I'll clip out this beginning, but I am recording, so everybody's aware. All right, ladies and
Fuck
gentlemen.
you, Craig.
Fuck you, Craig. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the week one of the USAC podcast of the 2023-2024 football season, NFL. Um, I think it's going to be a lot like last year, aside from a couple visual things on YouTube. And also, we have an additional member this year. Gabe, go ahead and say hi.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Gabe is going to be our Vikings fan this year. I'm going to try and take a neutral stance this year a little bit, as I'm wearing a skull hat and a Vikings jersey. Um, but anyway, he's going to be our Vikings fan this year, and I'm going to try and take more of a neutral stand on everything. We also have, obviously, you see him in the bottom left. It's Lance. Say hi, Lance.
What's up, guys?
And then we also got Luke as well. Obviously, we're going to keep him. Luke.
Obviously, you're gonna keep me. I won all the picks last year.
That's true. That's true. What did he win by? Did he win by a lot?
I don't have the totals, but yeah, I think it ended up being by a lot.
All right. So we got three guys gunning for him this year instead of just two. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so this is week one. This is, I guess, pre-week one. So we are going to discuss off-season a little bit and then try to give you guys our opinions on what we think is going to happen this season. Let's jump right into division talk. Do you guys want to just jump into that?
For me,
Sure.
Alrighty. Lance, do you wanna run this? Do you wanna kind of lead the show? Give us a division, and we can kind of discuss from your initial statements.
okay. Sure. So let's just kick it off with the AFC East. Of course, that's the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New York Jets, and New England Patriots.
You're starting off strong here.
Obviously, last year, Buffalo ended up taking the division. We also saw Miami Dolphins representing the division as a wild card in the playoffs. New York Jets got a massive addition with the coming of Aaron Rodgers to New York. And New England's still kind of in a rebuilding year, but they're definitely going to be interesting. So,
What do you guys think about the Jets right now? I watch ESPN in the mornings, and like
yeah.
all they talk about is how the Jets are like contention, and they always discuss how I just don't think that one player can change a team like that much. They have great defense. Okay, yeah.
Mhm. I mean, at times last year, the Jets were kind of buzzing a little bit. They have a lot of good young offensive players. Offensive Rookie of the Year last year, Garrett Wilson, and what would have been the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Brees Hall, but he went down with an injury. But he was sure playing some good ball before he got injured. I think the Jets are going to be for real, definitely a playoff team. I don't know about Super Bowl in one year. It's definitely tough to do. We saw it with Tampa Bay adding Tom Brady and then the Rams getting Stafford. But yeah, I don't know. I think Jets are a good playoff team. I don't think they're going to win the division, but yeah, I guess that's my take on them.
Okay, Luke, you were gonna say something.
I don't think they're gonna make playoffs. They have to. That's a strong division with the Bills and the Dolphins. I I think the Jets are gonna turn out to be kind of like how we always talk about the Cowboys, where it's theoretically they should have uh, just a stacked team with their players, but then they kind of just shit out. And I'm kind of guessing that's what's going to happen with them.
I'm riding with the Jets, man. I think they're taking the division. Super Bowl is probably a stretch, but yeah, I think they have a ton of offensive weapons. I'm excited to see my guy Delvin and Green.
Forgot
Yeah,
about
it's going to be a good.
That's right.
I forgot about the Dalvin Cook trade.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did
or,
too.
I guess not a trade. He just picked up a contract, right? That wasn't a trade.
Yeah,
He was
no.
a free agent.
Vikings caught him, and
Yeah.
then he went over there.
I don't know. Okay, so I guess where I'm at with this division is I feel like everybody always sleeps on the Patriots. I think that the Patriots are a quality team. They're not fantastic, but it's not like I mean you lose 2 games. Okay, especially within the division, you lose a game to them within the division. Now you lost a divisional game. They could really mess up the whole order of this whole division. Just based on division wins. For they could steal a couple from the Bills or so I don't know. And then the Dolphins are obviously I'm not gonna say point anybody out, but they're prone to injury, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't really.
Tua's
That's a big
definitely-
question mark to me.
Yeah.
I think that this is clear as day a Bills division on paper, but this one is gonna be a messy division through the season.
Oh yeah.
I'm picking the Bills.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
agree
say
with the
too.
Bills.
Yep, Bills. Sorry, Luke.
Go ahead, Luke.
I just said I agree with the Bills
All right.
being
And-
top of the division.
And we got Jets from Gabe.
Going Jets.
All right. Lance, what's our next division?
Next division, the AFC North. Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, and the Cleveland Browns.
Okay. Lance, just go ahead and tell us what you think. I know what your answer is going to be here, but
Yeah. Recently, the Cincinnati Bengals have kind of dominated this division. Well, not completely dominated, but have won the division last 2 years. Was just in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, AFC Championship last year. I don't really see a reason why they're going to slow down. So, Bengals are my pick there. I think the Steelers are really going to surprise a lot of people in this second year of Kenny Pickett, George Pickens. I watched a little bit of a preseason game, and I know it is only preseason, but the offense was kind of buzzing a little bit, and Kenny Pickett was slinging the pill. Najee was running hard, so I think the Steelers are going to surprise a lot of people. I'm not a big Lamar Jackson fan, so sorry to those people that I'm going to offend, but I think he's a little overrated. I think the Ravens are going to take a little bit of a step back. I don't think they make the playoffs again this year. And the Browns, I mean, you can't sleep on them either because they got a full year of Deshaun Watson. Recently, when he was in Houston, I mean, still a really good player. Got some questionable off the field issues, but we don't have to go into that. But still a good player. Nick Chubb runs the ball hard. Yeah, I guess that's all I got. Odell Beckham Jr. is with the Ravens, so we got to remember that. Could help him out a little bit. I don't think it's going to be enough, but that's my take on the AFC North.
all right, let's swing right over to Luke. Give us your opinion.
Well, Lamar got his contract, finally making him either the highest or one of the highest paid people in the league. So I absolutely just definitely for sure think he's just going to do so much better this year. And if you can't tell, that's sarcasm. I am still thinking that the Cincinnati Bengals will take it. I do think this is going to be a decent Division though, Lamar is. I get Lamar and Deshaun Watson are probably the oldest quarterbacks in that division, even though they're still pretty young. It seems like pretty young division, but I do think Kenny Pickett's going to do pretty well in Pittsburgh. Joe Burrow is going to do well. I am with Lance. I don't really care for Lamar. Much more of a running back than a quarterback, in my opinion. And Deshaun Watson is okay. It's still the Browns. Every year that I've been, I think they've been very good, and I don't foresee that changing too much.
Gabe?
Yeah, I think you guys. Yeah, I'm going Cincy.
All right. You're kind of lagging there, Gabe. What did you just say? Did he add anything to the end there?
No, I think Cincinnati's taking it.
Okay. I'm gonna throw you guys off a little bit. If we're going winners of the division, okay, here's where my mind's at. I think that in order from the loser of the division to the winner of the division, it's gonna go Browns, Steelers, Bengals, Ravens. Here's what I'm throwing out at you. I think Lamar.
You think Lamar is going to put out now that he got his contract?
Regular season, I think he is. I think he's gonna have. They're gonna have a regular season that people are gonna be like, "Whoa, they're nuts," and they're gonna be winning games. And then guess what? They're gonna choke the first week of playoffs. So that is what I'm thinking.
I don't even know if that's a hot take. Has Lamar won a playoff game yet?
Yes,
He
has.
something.
The
He
hot
has
take
won
is
one
them
playoff
winning the
game.
division because the Bengals are a better team. But I think that the Ravens are going to win the division.
I guess my hot take is I think the Bengals are getting the 1 seed in the AFC this year.
Okay. So you disagree.
I disagree, yes.
Okay. All right, what's the next division here?
All right, we're going to go down south, AFC South. We got the Jaguars, Texans, Colts, and Tennessee Titans. Last year, division was won by Jacksonville, came down to the end between them and Tennessee. Colts and Texans were both in the top 5 picks of the draft, so you can guess how their seasons went. But I don't think that this division is going to look any different this year. I think Jacksonville's going to kind of run away with the division. It might be like 1 or 2 games, but they're not really going to be sweating about it. I think Tennessee is going to win some games, but their offense basically runs through Derrick Henry, and they can only go as far as he can take them. I don't think it's going to be enough for a divisional win. I don't think they're going to make playoffs. And then Texans and Colts are kind of both in rebuild mode. So I think they're going to have decent seasons, enough to give their fans hope for years to come, but I don't see them being competitive in the division. So my winner is Jacksonville.
I'm going to just jump in right now and agree with that. I think you've nailed it. So I'll divert to Gabe now.
Yeah, I don't know if to add to that either.
This is kind of a boring division. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Very.
So, Luke, what do you think? You agree?
I agree with Jacksonville. I mean, the Colts had a good, or they technically still have him, I guess, I think, with Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, they benched him, didn't they?
But he's, well,
What
I
is
think
he's on
he's on the physically unable to
Yep.
straight now because of some like ankle injury. the same, he wants out because
Yeah.
he's a better player than what the Colts can give him for wins. And I don't know if the Colts are letting that go through or not. So I don't know what's going on there.
They had 2 offers.
Yeah,
Hmm. They turned down an offer with Miami.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's gonna be tough
Yeah,
to come back
agree.
from that kind of.
yeah.
I think Jacksonville has it, just like what you guys are saying.
I agree. Young team. That's. Got a lot of. I feel like they got a lot of like excitement around them right now. They kind of excite me too, dude. I'm happy for the Jags.
Yeah. Doug Peterson.
Hell
Second
yeah,
year
dude.
with him.
Hell yeah. All right, what do we got next? We got. Is this West?
Yep. AFC West.
Here we go. Lance, let us
Where
hear it
my
all.
Denver Broncos Super Bowl ticket. Punch it right now. I'm just kidding. It's Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, and Las Vegas Raiders. This division, I'm just going to start right off the bat and say I couldn't have been more wrong with how it was going to go last year. I mean, it's the Chiefs league. Let's just all be honest here. You just gotta beat Mahomes. I don't think any team's gonna do it. I was thinking that they were gonna take a step back with the departure of Tyreek Hill last year. It doesn't matter. It's still Patrick Mahomes' league. So picking the Chiefs to win it. I have a little faith in my Broncos. I think they're gonna take second in the division and will win enough games under Mr. Sean Payton that they are going to make a wild card spot. And then Chargers and Raiders are going to be at the bottom.
I would like to say that, but I think I need to throw the Chargers above the Broncos in the second spot. It's the practical thing to do, I think.
It is. Yeah.
I want to see the Broncos succeed.
It's just hopeless hope.
It is, but
Yeah.
it could happen, and I wouldn't be shocked. Let me say this: I wouldn't be shocked if the Broncos take the second spot in this division. But I think we all agree that the Chiefs are going to probably win the division.
Yes. Yep.
Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the team to beat. Hot take though. Takes it.
Wait, what?
Chargers shock us all.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Also wouldn't be shocked at that. Like, I can see them winning by like one game. Chiefs have like a rough patch. Mahomes get injured for like 4 games. You get what I'm saying?
Could happen. I just think that the Chargers are gonna take a little bit of a step back just from that playoff loss collapse. That sometimes drags into the next season. I think
They didn't make
that
too many
happens.
moves,
So I
did
think-
they? In the offseason? They didn't change too much.
No. New offensive coordinator. I guess that's the biggest thing. Kellen Moore came over.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I'm with that. I don't know. That is a hot take, Gabe.
Very hot.
Luke, you got anything to say on this division?
I'm curious to see how Jimmy G does with the Raiders, because if he can stay healthy, I think they are going to be better than what we're giving them right now.
I give Jimmy G 4 games.
I'm with you, Lance.
Before getting hurt.
Yep.
There's no way that he survives, dude. It's just how he is.
Yeah. Yep.
So. All right, Lance, what are we doing next?
All right. NFC East. Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, and Washington Commanders?
Juicy.
Question mark. We might see a name change. I don't think it'll happen this year, but still Washington Commanders. I think that obviously the team to beat is the Eagles in the whole NFC as a whole. I don't think that's going to change much this year. I know they're going to look a little different because with both coordinators leaving, offensive and defensive got head coaching jobs. But still, Jalen Hurts, I don't think he's going to degress at all. So I think he's going to have a good season yet. Might even tickle in just a little bit. Jalen Hurts MVP this year? Question mark. I think the Giants are going to look very good too. I think they make playoffs again. Cowboys with offensive coordinator departing for the Chargers. We just talked about him. I think Dallas Cowboys take a little bit of a step back. I don't think they make playoffs. And Washington, I mean, I don't know. They're just kind of always in the bottom of the league too. I know they almost made playoffs last year, but I think they're going to take a step back and they're going to struggle a little bit. First year starter there, Sam Howell. So we'll see what he can do. But I don't know. I think Philly easily wins it, and New York Giants make playoffs.
Really? Okay. Let's go to Luke on that one.
I am going to agree with you, Lance, except switching the Cowboys and the Giants around. I think it goes Philly, Dallas, New York, and then Washington. I don't know. I think I got lucky last year because you kept saying let's ride, and I Cowboys. On paper, the Cowboys should be one of the best teams. I know they typically aren't. They got rid of Ezekiel Elliott this year, which I think is going to help them. I don't think he was very good this last year for sure. Giving it to Tony Pollard now, who seems a lot better at running back.
That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting seeing Pollard as kind of the lead back for the whole game. Because I don't know if it helped.
They were
helped
like
them out
split
last year
50-50 though.
Right.
So I don't even think it's going to be that different.
I think it was mostly Pollard.
Yeah.
I thought it kind of shifted to mostly Pollard, and then Zeke was almost like the third down back for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Gabe?
Well, the Cowboys have Trey Lance now too. So.
No.
They do. Yep.
Juicy.
Minnesota boy.
I need to get a New Jersey now.
Yeah, you gotta get a Are you gonna get a Cowboys jersey?
God.
Oof. Gabe, what do you think?
You know, I could see Eagles take a little step back, sort of a Super Bowl.
Okay, hold on, Gabe.
And defensive coordinator.
Okay, hold on. We didn't hear one word. We heard a lot of words, but none of them were in a sentence. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe back up from the phone a little bit.
Okay, is that any?
I didn't hear you say better.
Yeah, I also didn't hear better. I just heard.
I'll trim this out.
Is that any?
Okay, I'll try. Yeah, I think honestly we can see that take a little step back. I think the Super Bowl loss hangover. You say they lost their coordinator?
Offensive and defensive coordinator. They lost both of them.
Yep.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm surprised. They're still a great team. Phenomenal.
I guess where I'm at with this is like, I think that the Cowboys. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to win the division.
How about them Cowboys?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to win the division, and the Eagles will be right behind them, like a half. It'll come down to like division wins. They'll probably be tied. They're same record.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going.
Okay, so Gabe and I both say Cowboys. You guys both say Eagles.
Sounds like it.
All right.
Yep.
Kind of sounds like it because we can't actually hear Gabe talk half the time. We're gonna fix that for next time, Gabe.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got next?
All right. We're going to go to the NFC North. Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, and Minnesota Vikings. This division was won by the Vikings again last year. Detroit is kind of the hot team right now. Everyone's getting excited about them. I don't know if I'm getting super excited about them. I think it might be a little overhyped. New era starting in Green Bay with Jordan Love taking over at quarterback. Going to be definitely an interesting team to watch this year. Going to be interested in what the Packers look like. And then Bears ended up with the first overall pick in the draft. They did trade it away, but that's how their season went. I think the Bears improve a little bit, but not enough to make a run for the division. I think I'm going to let you guys go first on this one because I'm still tossing around who I think is going to win.
I'll go first. Neutral. I gotta stay neutral. Here's what I think's gonna happen. I think the Vikings are gonna win the division. It's not gonna be easy, but I think that they are. I think that the Lions are gonna be very competitive with them, and when I say that, I think that they're gonna be hovering around those 10 wins. I don't think that they're gonna get 13 wins or anything like that. I think it's going to all kind of hover around that 10-win area, and I think that the Packers are probably going to be sitting around 8 at the end of the season, and the Bears will probably be, I don't know, like 7 or 8. I think the Bears and the Packers are kind of a big unknown for me right now. I don't know if I can trust Jordan Love to actually do anything. He played in a couple games, right? How many starts did he have?
No.
Like 1 or 2.
Yeah, in his career. Yeah.
Didn't he?
I think when Rodgers got COVID, right? Jordan Love started that game.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I can. I don't know, and that's just it.
Yeah.
But like, and then the Bears, obviously, is it Justin Fields? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like him, but I don't think that they know what they're doing. I just think that they're not coached properly. That's why I'm kind of stuck on these Lions and the Vikings. They have veterans sitting on the field like all the time. They have young, energetic, really good players as well, and their coaching staff seem to be pretty solid. So I would go ahead and say that they're the only two that are actually going to be competing for playoffs, and I'm throwing the Vikings ahead of the Lions because the Lions are through history even worse than the Vikings. So
yeah,
I guess that's where I'm at. Go ahead, let's give it to Gabe right away so that both the I know I'm neutral, but both the Vikings fans can get that off.
Yeah, man, it's definitely going to be Minnesota and Detroit. I think the Vikings take. I think we're going to see the level from last year, and it's going to be night and day. Yeah, Lions are good, but I don't think they're going to take it at all.
We heard like the end half of the sentences every time. I understood what you were saying, and I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much unknown about like what's going on. Even the Vikings, they have a ton of unknowns.
Yeah.
This is one of those. I don't really know what's gonna happen in this division, to be honest, but it's probably gonna be a fun season for at least the three of us. We're crossing your fingers, or our fingers for you, Lance, and those Broncos.
Yep. Thank you.
Luke, go ahead and tell us what you think.
I think the Lions will take it this year. They do seem like the better team these last year and coming into this year. The Vikings games honestly just annoyed me so much last year because if they would win, it would be like either a comeback or a one-score game where the other team almost comes back. I think 90% or higher of their wins last year were one-score games, and I just don't think it's going to work out as well for the Vikings. I think a lot of those one-score games are going to get a bit more dicey, where the Vikings don't take it as often, because that is what happened last year. It was either a one-score win or a huge loss.
They were down 33-0 to the Colts and had to come back.
That was
They did.
the NFL scripted that game.
It was scripted.
I don't know what you want me to. I don't know what else you want me to tell you about that one.
I fully agree with you on that all, Luke. 100%. Do you think that the Vikings improved or got worse from last season? The quality of their play action.
Like this year, do I think they're going to improve over last season? No, I don't.
Do you think they're going to get worse?
Yeah, Dalvin Cook's gone. This is the last year of Cousins' contract, and he's at the age where retirement is a real option. So I know he's a competitive guy, but I don't know if he's shooting for a new contract by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson is probably the best receiver in the league.
Absolutely.
But the problem is that everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to run into a lot more double and triple coverages. And now the Vikings don't have Adam Thielen.
I think this Addison guy is actually going to draw a lot of attention.
I was just going to say, I think in the draft they were almost saying that Addison's kind of, it's tough to say a clone of Justin Jefferson because he hasn't played an NFL game yet, but they said a lot of similarities to Jefferson. So even if Jefferson gets double teamed, it sounds like Addison's for real. So I think he can pick it up with Jefferson. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot more fun to watch than people think. And I understand the Dalvin Cook thing, but honestly, Dalvin Cook seems like he's past his prime to me. Kind of felt like that. I keep reading stuff about this Madison, and he's apparently kind of a stud as a starter. Unknowns. It's unknowns.
Yeah.
It is. I'm overall, I'm sticking with the Lions are going to win the division. I am hopeful for the Packers. This is pretty much all new. I will say that the past few years, and this is probably one of the things that pissed off Aaron Rodgers, is they improved their defense quite a bit. Instead of getting Rodgers more receivers or whatever, or offensive line. But the Packers defense is quite a bit better than it used to be. So I'm hopeful for that. the one game that I remember seeing him start, he's a young guy. He's got a lot to learn, but hopefully he does become the next Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. And it's if they can get to that 8-win area, I think I'd be happy. I mean, of course, I'd be a lot happier more, but I think 8 would be a decent start for basically a brand new quarterback. And to be honest, you guys are your Vikings fans. I think the Packers and the Vikings are going to be fighting for second place in there, and they're going to be closer than Vikings at say 10 and Packers at 8. I think they're both going to be around that 8 to 9 to 10 range, somewhere in there. And I don't have any hope for the Bears. Justin Fields is good, but he's also a running quarterback, which I don't have hope for the Bears.
Okay, Lance, you heard
I'm gonna
everything
guess
from us.
4 or 5 wins.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with my gut and say the Vikings take it again. I don't trust the Lions, I think they're a little overhyped going into the season. So yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings. Vikings won, and then Detroit will be really close. I agree with all you guys that I think they're both going to be around those 10 wins. So they might even be like tied. But Minnesota will have like another divisional win or whatever. So they'll win the division. But yeah.
All right, what's next, Lance?
All right. The NFC South. Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Carolina Panthers. Last year was maybe a season to forget for the whole NFC South. It was won by very old Tom Brady-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All teams had losing records, though. Atlanta was right there. They almost stole the division from them. Carolina got the number 1 pick with Bryce Young in the draft. New Orleans Saints picked up Derek Carr. So I think overall we're going to see a better level of play in this division. I think it's going to be a tight race all the way through. Maybe just the 3-team race, though, with Atlanta, New Orleans, and Carolina. I think Tampa Bay is really going to struggle this year.
That's Baker.
I know. I have some faith in Baker. I think maybe he can make some games close, but I think overall Tampa's going to be in the cellar of the whole National Football League, I think. My winner is going to be the New Orleans Saints with Derek Carr. I think he just brings a very competitive spirit he did when he was with the Raiders. So I think with him going to New Orleans, that's going to bump them up. Still got Michael Thomas. Chris Olave was a rookie last year. Really good receiver. One thing with them is Alvin Kamara is going to be out for 4 games, I believe, for some off-field issues. But picked up Jamal Williams from Detroit last year, and I wanted to double-check my facts. He broke Barry Sanders' touchdown record for the Lions last year. So, I mean, all Jamal Williams does is score touchdowns. So, I think New Orleans takes it, and Atlanta's going to be right behind them, though.
All right, Gabe. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, too much about. I'll go with my gut.
So repeat what your gut says.
Is your gut the same?
Talk a little slower, man. Maybe that's it.
You catch it that time?
No, that wasn't it.
No.
Oh my god, what is happening?
That came through.
I'm going with New Orleans.
We got the Saints. The Saints.
We got the
Okay, his pick is the Saints. That's a clean pick. Gabe, we're gonna fix this for next time. It's gonna be so much better. I'm sorry, this is your first time, and it's not working the best.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, Luke, what do you think about this division?
Well, I'm gonna completely agree with Lance's first sentence on this division, that this is a throwaway division. I don't know, and I don't really care who wins this one, to be honest with you.
Are you gonna make a guess?
He cares that little that he
Yeah,
doesn't.
I'm not even gonna pick.
Who's the Panthers quarterback? It's a new kid.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Adam Thielen as their.
Do they still have the?
He's gonna essentially be a wide receiver coach.
Do they still have that? They still have that running back that they had at the end of last year that was doing pretty well.
No.
Did they get rid
Foreman.
of him?
They got rid of him. They did get Miles Sanders. He was with the Eagles last year. So that's their running back one.
I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Then I'll say Baker can do something.
Wow.
I'm shocked.
Very.
I don't have any. I don't really care for Carr. I don't.
I think.
But I don't know, and I don't care. Is what I'm sticking with more.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair. So Luke's going with the Bucks. Here's what's funny to me. I think this is a shitter kind of division here. I don't think anybody's going to accomplish anything in playoffs. Someone's got to win the division, right? Someone's got to show up in the playoffs. I think that this is, if you're part of it, like you're a fan of this division, I can imagine that this will be a really, really fun season. Because there's a lot of I don't know how to explain it. It's like Baker and Carr. Like you have big names. But they're not gonna. I think everybody's gonna be competitive in this one. It's gonna be like a five. It's gonna be like a week 10 is gonna roll around. They're each gonna have 5 wins, and they're gonna be like, oh man, we can all win playoffs, and everybody's gonna think that they're gonna get into playoffs. I think that the Panthers are actually gonna show up a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Okay.
And I think that the Saints will probably get a wild card if that's the case. But I don't. If the Panthers do what I think they're gonna do, they have to win at least 9 games. And I think that the Saints would also win enough. It's the same situation. They're probably gonna tie, or they could tie, and then the Saints would have the wild card spot. I'm going with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Lance?
All right. The last division, the NFC West. We got Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers, Los Angeles Rams, and the Arizona Cardinals. This division last year, it was really dominated by the 49ers and the surprise that was Brock Purdy. I think it's going to pretty much look the same this year. 49ers, I think, are easily going to win the division. You guys know me, and I am just the biggest Seahawks fan on the earth. If you can't tell, that's also sarcasm. But I think 49ers kind of run away with the division. Seahawks, I think, are going to take a step back. I don't know if they're going to make playoffs even this year. Yeah, I see it. The Rams, I think, are going to look a little bit better with Stafford coming back. He's kind of one of them up in the air too. I don't know if he's going to be able to play a whole season. And Arizona is just honest. It's a dumpster fire. I think Arizona is going to end up with the number 1 pick.
I'm with you on that. I think that you're not giving the Seahawks enough credit. Geno is kind of a stud.
I know.
I know what you're saying. I think that the 49ers didn't change much, did they?
No. I don't.
Okay.
Nope.
So if we can go back to last season, it's a literal machine that just works.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, honestly, they run into any team that's not a incredibly hot Eagles team, right?
And all 3 quarterbacks get hurt in one game.
Okay, come on.
Yep.
This team should have been in the Super Bowl last year, in my opinion.
Yep. I would agree with that.
I think that they're going to roll through the division, but I do think that the Seahawks are going to snag a wild card spot. Just that same thing that happened last year.
Yep. And I'll give the Seahawks a little credit. I can see them like in that wild card race, but it might be like flipped from last year where they just stole it from the Lions. Like I could see the Lions taking it from them this year.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Luke?
I agree with Lance that Arizona is a dumpster fire. And then I am going where I'm going to say Seahawks are in third. And for now, I will say the 49ers take it. But I think the Rams are going to do a lot better this year than they did last year.
What do you guys think that was? Was that just like a full season of a hangover? And then Stafford got injured.
Stafford got hurt. Kupp got hurt pretty early too, I think.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They had a lot going on last year.
Gabe? As much as
I think.
Go ahead.
San Francisco 49.
I heard it.
Yep. Got enough.
San Francisco.
All right, hold on, Gabe. Well, Gabe, can you elaborate on that?
I don't know, man. I think they got a pretty stout defense. I think they're going to be a good team. They have what it takes to go the distance, but yeah, they'll take the division.
I actually got a little bit out of that. I think we kind of heard that. Cool.
Do you want to go further in depth, Gabe?
All right, so that is all the divisions, right? Was he still talking? I couldn't even hear him.
I don't know.
We have to fix it. We'll fix that, guys. I swear. Come back next week. Or in 2 weeks. It'll be better. Anyway. Okay, that is all the divisions. I think that we discussed every team that we wanted to and everything that we kind of had to say about everything. If you guys are all okay with it, I would be fine jumping right into picks.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Sounds good to me.
Gabe?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Lance, you want to read them off to us, all the games? I had them. They're scrolling at the bottom of my screen right now, so I can see them, but they're not in the right order for what Lance wants. So okay. Go ahead, Lance. Start naming them off, and we're just gonna go in order. We're gonna go Luke first, then Gabe, then Lance, then me.
Yep. Yeah, and I just pulled mine from ESPN. I don't know what you do, but so yeah, I might have a little bit of a different order. But all right, Sunday opener, we have the Detroit Lions.
So we have Don't we have a Thursday game?
Yeah. Did I say opening Sunday?
I think you
Yeah.
Sunday opener.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah, Thursday night opener. Sorry about that. Thursday nights, Detroit Lions are visiting the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs.
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 I'm gonna go Chiefs, but it's gonna be close.
I am also going Chiefs. Chiefs across the board. Okay.
I went in the wrong order.
Sunday in the 1 o'clock slot, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Panthers at the Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm gonna go with the.
I'm also gonna go with the Panthers.
Okay. I am with Luke. I'm going Falcons. Okay. Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns.
Bengals.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
I'm also gonna do Cincinnati.
Yep. Cincinnati for me too. All right. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indy Colts.
Jags.
Yeah, I'll go Jags.
As well.
Yep, Jaguars for me. Sorry, 1 second.
All good. Yeah,
All right.
I don't think that the Colts are gonna accomplish too much this year.
I think they're gonna have competitive games, but that's about it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Vikings.
The team that's not the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Let's.
Heard that clear as day. Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings too.
Yep, Vikings for me too. Titans at the Saints.
Titans.
Give me the Saints.
I'm gonna go with the Saints as well.
Yep, Saints for me. All right. 49ers at the Steelers.
I'll go the Niners, but I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, that's kind of a top two. I'll go with the Niners.
I think I'm gonna go with San Francisco as well.
Yeah. I half want to go the Steelers because they're at home and it's an early game, but I don't know if they're ready for a Niners game yet. I'm gonna pick the Niners too.
I think that's just it, Lance. I think that they don't even know what the hell they're getting into.
If this was like late season week 13, 14, I'd be really tempted to take the Steelers.
Depending what their record is, I mean.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Holy cow, this one. Cardinals at the Commanders.
Tie.
I will go with the Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders.
Who's quarterback for Arizona right now?
Is it still Kyler Murray?
Murray is out. They don't know who their starter is yet.
Okay, I think I gotta go
'Cause
Washington.
They just cut Colt McCoy and he was supposed to start. So yeah, dumpster fire.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Washington.
Commanders. All right, Texans at the Ravens.
God, I want to say the Texans so bad just to upset Lamar with his big contract, but I.
Gabe?
Yeah, the Ravens are probably the logical pick, but something's telling me the Texans.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Okay. Luke, you said you went with Texans, right?
No, I
Do you want it to?
am going
You
with the
are.
Ravens.
Okay.
We didn't even talk about
Uh,
Odell.
Not too much.
He's not gonna do shit for him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Ravens too. I think it would be kind of like what I went through with the Niners and the Steelers. Not on the same scale, but I'd be really tempted to take the Texans too. But I'm taking Baltimore. All right, Sunday afternoon, we got Packers at Bears.
Bears have home field advantage, but I'm gonna have hope for my Packers.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Packers.
That's an expensive game to go to. Holy shit. I'm gonna go with the Bears, I think.
Oh,
I think that this is gonna be like they're gonna steal this from the Packers. I think that the Packers are gonna be the better team, but I think the Bears might win this one.
okay. No Rodgers, no problem. I'm gonna say Packers. All right, we got Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos.
Don't get mad, Lance, but I am gonna.
Luke.
Is it at Denver?
It is.
Yeah, it's in Denver.
All right, I'll go Denver.
I'm also gonna go Denver. Mile High is kind of a weird place to play. I went to a game there with Lance, and it was against the Raiders, and they beat the Raiders. So I'm gonna go with that.
I think Sean Payton's gonna have the boys fired up and ready to play. Broncos for me, obviously. Okay, Eagles at the Patriots.
Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles.
I think frustrated Philadelphia team is gonna come in and win their first couple games, no problem.
Okay. I've been kind of going back and forth on this one, if I'm being honest. I think a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover is going to play into this one. I don't think the Eagles are going to have, they're not going to have problems for the whole year, but I think this first game off the Super Bowl loss, the Patriots are inducting Tom Brady in their Hall of Fame. I think Bill's going to have the boys ready, and I think they're going to give the Eagles a problem. I'm going to take the Patriots.
Those aren't bad arguments.
All right, Dolphins at Chargers.
Yikes.
Dolphins.
Gotta go Chargers.
I think I'm also gonna go with the Chargers.
I think I'll go with you, Luke. I think I'm going to pick the Dolphins. Rams at Seahawks.
I am going to choose the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, I think the Rams.
You guys know me. I'm gonna go with the Hawks. I think Gino's a stud.
As much as I hate the Seahawks, I know that the 12th man is a very hard place to play, so I'm going to pick the Seahawks. Okay, Sunday night football, Cowboys at Giants.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Also gonna do the Cowboys.
I am going to take the G-Men, New York Giants. All right, Monday night football, Buffalo Bills and the New York Fighting Aaron Rodgers.
Literally.
The Bills.
Give me the Jets.
I think Buffalo's going to absolutely stomp the Jets into the ground, and everybody's going to stop this stupid hype around Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, here's where I'm at with this one. I'm going to take the Jets. I think Jets honestly, this is going to be it's not going to be close, I think, too. I think the Jets are going to come out and just clobber the Bills, and then the whole world is going to freak out. The New York Jets are going to be the Super Bowl champions week 1. Buffalo Bills world is going to collapse, but I think the rest of the season is going to go fine. I think then the Bills still take the division, but I think Jets are going to come out hot in this one.
All right. That's all the games, right?
That's it.
All righty. Awesome. Okay, guys, I think that was our entire podcast. Do you guys got anything else you want to say, Lance? You don't want to do any... I'm not set up for it right now, but you could do a little spiel about off-season or something if you need to. I don't really think we need to, but...
I think we covered enough of the off-season and really no major storylines in the preseason. Preseason is preseason, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. This is a little longer one. We're usually not going to do an hour of podcast, but for the first one and getting everything squared away with Gabe and stuff, it took a little longer this time, but from now on, it'll hopefully be closer to our 20 to 30 minute mark. But if you guys did stick around the whole time, we really appreciate it. Lance, do you want to start the season off with one more or another?
Okay. So I think the Let's Ride isn't going to be a thing this year because Sean Payton came to Denver and he said, "Fuck 'em."
Fuck 'em. Okay. Luke, what do you want to say?
Las Vegas Raiders, buck 'em.
Luke?
I'll think of something for the next time.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know any of the catchphrases other than Skull and like Go Pack Go and like Let's Ride. So anyway. Gabe, you got anything else you want to say at the end here?
No, man, that's it.
You sure you don't have a paragraph to say really quick?
No, I got nothing.
I actually can hear you pretty good now. Cool. All right. Well, thanks guys for listening again. Make sure you guys follow us on social media. Lance is running our Instagram over there. Have you been pretty quiet on that lately?
Yep, I have.
That's all right. It's off season. Who cares?
Rolling again.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So Lance will have all of our picks up on Instagram. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel and give us a like, comment. Make sure that we are hearing what you guys have to say. All right.